Hello, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing up for this beautiful Monday morning for me and for you, whatever day that is. So, the card we chose was Zen, and it says, I breathe in Zen and breathe out negative vibes. The quieter my mind becomes, the more I can really listen to my heart. So, we're going to go ahead and journal about this today. The journal is, how can you relax more? Where's your secret place to retreat? Do you guys have a secret place to retreat? Those of you who are still raising little ones and, have a bunch of children running around, do you have some place where you could retreat, where you can sort of reboot, re-energize? I'm showing you guys the colors that I chose. I chose yellow. I'm really gravitating towards yellow these days. I like the calm essence of that soft pastel sort of yellow. I really never was someone who really liked yellow, but it's funny how you go through life and sometimes your colors change, and that's kind of where I'm at. I also chose like a aqua, which is sort of reminds me of the beach. That's what I think of. And when I think of the yellow, I think of like a real sunny, bright, open, airy kitchen. I like that color. I also chose purple, and I never really was a purple fan. Like I don't know, I just never really thought purple, it wasn't appealing to me. But my mom, that was one of my mom's favorite colors, and I think that since she passed, it somehow it binds me with her, if that makes sense. So I just, you know what, I chose those colors without really giving it much thought, and I just grabbed them, and then thinking about them sort of makes sense to me. So thank you guys for joining along here. I know that I was going to, I had talked about doing a live stream, but I thought that it would not be good for me because I'm going through this process too. This is kind of like a self-work type thing where I want to be better and kind of getting back into making sure that art is a part of my day. It's part of my Zen. Art is part of my Zen. So I'm really doing this voiceover, but at the time I'm really into these, to the process of this. I'm really relaxing. It was late last night. I was just listening to some music, relaxing. I think I watched a couple videos, in fact. Not really, just had them in the background. So yeah. So I ended up picking like I don't know, sort of I think there were circles, but I like this abstract one better. And so I choose that one. I'm really liking this abstract. So I go ahead and do that for the entire layout. And at first I thought I was only going to do half the page because I'm using one of those, what is it called? It is the Ranger Delusion it's the big one. So yeah, so I'm using that one. And I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so you don't have to sit here and listen to me. So I chose this piece of, it's part of a book, and I was really like, I don't know, I was kind of like moved to go ahead and use this because it has an elephant, and elephants to me represent, you know, memories of my mother, and so I wanted to incorporate this. And keep in mind, I'm not really doing much thinking. I'm just like pulling from things that I have on my table. I'm showing this because I got that glue from Dollar Tree, and it's really good beacon glue. So if you guys see it, pick it up. I will say though, it's pretty potent. It smells, so just keep in mind. So I love the way this picture is, and it's kind of my focal point. So I'm grabbing I have this little tote that I keep on the little table behind my craft desk, and I kind of throw everything in there. I mean, it's kind of like where I throw junk mail. Those are like original recipes with my mom's handwriting on them, and I haven't decided how I'm going to use them yet. So also is Happy Mail in here, and just all kinds of different random things that I put in here. I have pictures of my little grandbabies where they write, you know, or draw me pictures and stuff. And I end up putting a lot of this stuff in my glue book. I think, and I show you guys my glue book. My glue book is just an old yearbook from 1964, which is the year I was born. And I love it. I love it. So I found this yoga blocks thing. I've been looking everywhere for that. I just got some yoga blocks. So that was a nice find. So I know that I just dropped what I was doing and went to go put that where my yoga blocks are. So I have them. Just has various yoga moves to do with the yoga blocks. And I've been doing yoga, but, well, I fell off the wagon. I was doing the 30-day challenge with Adrian, yoga with Adrian, and I fell off the wagon with that. But I'm going to start over. Every day is a new beginning. So I found my some of these, well, that Magnolia magazine is a magazine that I subscribe to, but I also have the Bella Grace, and I just can't tear these apart. But I'm doing it today. I figure I need to start utilizing these things. These are some like beautiful magazines, and I love the imagery. I love the words. I just love them. I love, if you could touch like the Bella Grace, I mean, it's just beautiful. So here I found a photo of like art, and that is something that I need to really work on putting in or incorporating in my life on a daily basis, because boy, it just takes me to a place where I feel like so good. Just, you know, creating something. I wish I could put that whole picture on my page because that is Zen, right? But, so yeah, and I look at the bed, and that's a nice image of Zen. But I look at that place of rest. I think that is something that I need to work on. I'm one to not really sit much, and I'm always doing something. I always have a plan, I always have an idea, I always have it's just go, go, go. And I even feel guilty, you guys, sitting doing art, because right now I'm still in school, and I feel guilty because I know I should be reading or something, and I feel like art is such a pleasure to me that I feel like, you know, it's that I'm guilty of enjoying myself when I have like work that I need to be doing or studying, or, you know, and I shouldn't feel that way. So I'm really working on that. This was kind of a good art journal prompt for me because it's something that I am struggling with. I've even had where I'll feel bad about arting if my house is not clean. And, you know, it's kind of like that attitude that we have to pull the oxygen for us in order to be good, you know, to everyone else. So I guess that mentality, I need to work on that. Here I find a beautiful, beautiful poem, and I will read it to you guys because I think it's so beautiful. It says, "We don't have to be afraid to step away, to lay down the loads we carry. We don't have to fear the silence that may come when we choose moments of peace over progress. Rest is not a sign of weakness if it's the very thing that makes us strong. Like the winter river with the still, frozen top and waters that never stop running inside. When we are at rest, the most important work is being done. Sometimes a shift in pace is all we need to show us what's next and the steps we could take. With the season's thaw will come a powerful rush, the thrill of seeing what growth has come when it seemed we were at rest." Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. I love it. So I got that. I grabbed that and put it on there. So now I'm looking in this beautiful, beautiful magazine. Bella Grace is just, it's so expensive though. I can't buy them. You know, it's not in my budget, and I can't buy them as often as I'd like, but I love these. So I do find some things that I can use in here, and believe me, it's the hardest thing for me to rip this magazine apart, but I have had it for a long time. Sorry, you guys, my dogs are like going crazy. We have people. It's a beautiful day on a Monday, Martin Luther King Day. This journal prompt, or this, when I did this, was late last night, and so it's morning time, mid-morning, and I'm just sitting here enjoying my coffee, and I have my front door open, and it's about 77 degrees here, which is beautiful. So I apologize for them barking. So there's something that I pick out of there and rip that magazine apart. Boy, did it, even watching it now, it's like, whoa. So like I said, I have no idea I went into this with no idea, no plan. That's the whole thing, you guys. I'm going to pick a card. I'm not going to have a plan. I'm just going to go with it, and I'm going to do whatever my heart desires. Whatever's on my desk, whatever I find, my magazines, my art. Yeah, I'm just going to go with it. And I hope that you guys do the same thing. I think that's the fun about this whole process. That's how we learn. And meanwhile, you know, you're in the moment, you're thinking about, you know, the idea is that finding that peacefulness in your heart, in your life, so that you can just enjoy life more. You know, I teach inmates all the time. Well, I teach inmates at work, and I tell them, because a lot of them have anger problems and that sort of stuff. And I tell them it takes so much energy to be anxious and angry, you know. If you can focus that on peacefulness and learning to be calm and in the moment, you know, your life would change. You sleep better, you eat better, you enjoy life, you listen to conversations. I mean, the benefits are so beautiful. So here I am incorporating that beautiful, like, sea breeze type color, that aqua color, and I'm using that stencil that has the circles, but really they don't look like circles. So I'm just going to go just to kind of give it some color. I wanted to brighten it up a little bit. It's kind of, the tones are kind of muted. So yeah, so I go over it, and I just kind of do that. That is gel medium, you guys, and I'm not using Mod Podge. I really am enjoying the gel medium. I'm using Liquitex. Liquitex gel medium. I'm liking the texture. I'm liking the way it feels. I like the way it goes on. I like it. So I do have Mod Podge, and that thing is like a little silicone spatula thing that I got from Amazon, and that's because I'm lazy. I don't want to clean brushes when I'm dealing with the glue, so I just wash it and it comes right off. That's just, you can get them at Amazon. I love it, love it. But you have to be really careful when you're working with old papers, because old papers with that thing, it kind of it'll you have to be really, really careful. And there's an old paper right there that I use it on, and it does end up ripping a little bit on the top. Now that one, that page is like from 1922, the copyright, and it's I'll Fly Away, and I loved it, and I got it in Happy Mail from Beth Schuler, I believe. I love it. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I won a little live stream giveaway she had one day. It was totally unexpected, and I was surprised, but I won it. So I end up going ahead and put that down, but I end up I have this other brush that I love, and it is soft, and I think it's a makeup brush. I'm almost positive. Probably got it at Dollar Tree, but it's very, very gentle, and it's really good to glue really fragile papers. But you'll see here, this silicone one, I love it too, but you can see the process, you guys, is the process is very calming. I'm very much in the moment. It was late at night, and it's funny because I don't know, like I can feel my mom sometimes come and visit me. My mom's been passed away, but I can feel her presence. And I felt her last night, so I was like talking to her and, just having a good old conversation with her and just feeling the love and feeling her. And so I go into the living room because I'm thinking, wow, I need to make sure that I get this in frame. And so I thought, well, I should get my iPad because I'm filming with my phone. I should get my iPad and go ahead and like mirror cast it. There's got to be an app that does that. If you guys have any, I never did figure it out last night, but if you guys have any tips on that, please let me know, because that's one of the things I really want to get good at, is making sure that I'm in the right spot, right frame, when I'm filming. But anyway, so I went to go get it, and I went to the kitchen and opened up my iPad, and it's 11:11, you guys. 11:11, to me, that's a sign in the spiritual realm of things. That's a sign that your loved one or a spirit is close by or visiting. And I knew my mom was there, but I don't know if it's true. I believe that my mom does visit me because I do feel her presence. I used to feel it really strong when she first passed, and so that's where I got from the Bella Grace, a place of rest. It's, resting doesn't mean, just closing your eyes. It means just stopping and enjoying, and just being. And I have to do that. I used to have my kids over for holidays or whatnot, and I realized that I didn't even enjoy having them. Not that I did. What happened is I was so busy feeding them and cooking for them and all that I didn't sit and really talk to them and enjoy their company. And so now we have potlucks, and we just everybody, so that it's not all on me. That one is seeking refuge, finding a place. The journal card says is, how can you relax more? Where's your secret place to retreat? My retreat is my bedroom, you guys. My bedroom is like a sanctuary. I set up sort of an altar. My honey, he got me this beautiful moon because I love to watch moon phases. So I have that there. I have my sage. I have my moon water. I have my crystals and my tarot cards and my, just I have all my things that I love. And then the first thing that I see is a whiteboard, and it says, what will you do, or how can you make the world better today? What will you do to make the world better today? And that's kind of the first thing that I see. So I put room to breathe on the top. And most of the things that I'm putting on here, you guys, is I'm ripping. I don't want anything like cut. Although, I don't know in the future if I'll do this for everyone. So this layout is, I just want to, just put things that are ripped. I don't know. There's a picture of some art material because art is part of my zen, my happiness, and I need to make sure that I incorporate that in my life because it makes me happy and not feel guilty about that. That's a big part, I shouldn't feel guilty, about that. I can't tell you guys how much, I can't wait till the end of this year because I'll be completely done and not have to worry about that. I figure it's going to be like retiring, honestly, not having to worry about, if I'm a researcher at heart. I like to know stuff. I'm probably going to be a lifelong learner. I probably will take a class here, here and there throughout my life, and that's okay. But I want to be able to just relax, just enjoy. So I think the big takeaway from this is that you have to know that I had no plan whatsoever, and this layout just comes. I was really happy with how it all just came about, and I just grabbed stuff here and there, and I think that's a good way to approach this because it's it's freeing. It's freeing. So I cut some of those little sayings out. The non-negotiable tranquility practice, it says, practicing yoga, meditation, wearing comfy clothes I feel good in, sipping my morning cup of coffee, and writing in my journal, staying organized through my day book, getting out in nature and spending time with my animals. Those are like perfect for me to stay zen. And I'm using that really cool brush, that makeup brush. I love it. I just put the medium on there and it's nice. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I'm putting those on there. So right here, I'm using that poem. It says, "Rest is not a sign of weakness. If it's the very thing that makes us strong." And so I think that's a good takeaway for us to remember that, we can't be just going, and stopping and just resting our minds, resting our souls, resting, in the thoughts of all the things that we have to do. There's nothing wrong with us just stopping. And I know that, I'm in a stage of my life where my children are older, and I do have that time. I mean, even though I have a whole lot on my plate right now, I do have time to sit and I don't have kids tugging at my, at my skirt or anything like that. I lived those days, and I wish I knew what I knew now. Believe me, I really do. I often use like bits and pieces of my books that like I tear apart as like little journal spots of things to little spots to journal spots. And so I just gesso a little bit on top of them, not a whole lot. You can still see the text behind them, but I tore apart a page, and now I'm just gonna do a few more since I have the gesso out and the paper out. So I'm just doing that here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making little journal spots. So if you don't have any like real journal spots, you guys just use random little pieces of paper. You can even use white paint or any color really, so you can write. I end up using a Sharpie to write, and what I wrote on it was, always find the time to just be still. And I meant that to be still in my mind, because even doing art, that is being still. I'm still in my mind. So yeah. that is what I'm doing here. So that pink little gadget there is an HP sprocket that I'm loving. I got that for Christmas this year from my honey, and I'm loving it. It makes like 2x3 little pictures, and I took a picture of my altar that I want to put on my layout. So that's what I'm doing here. It ends up being the battery's dead, so I end up having to charge it. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys will come along for the next one. I really enjoyed doing this, and yeah, leave a comment. Tell me if you like this, and I will see you guys next week. I will put these out every Monday so that you can start your week. Have a good day. Bye.